Imagine this. A so-called web design agency sets up a sleek online presence and starts promising top-tier services at unbelievably low prices. Their website boasts glowing testimonials, award-winning designs, and a portfolio showcasing projects for high-profile clients. They rake in cash from unsuspecting small businesses, entrepreneurs, and even larger organizations. But behind the scenes, there's no team, no projects being delivered, and zero intention of fulfilling any contracts. What the unsuspecting clients get instead are excuses, delays, and eventually, silence. The agency vanishes, leaving its victims with empty bank accounts, broken dreams, and websites that never existed. This isn't just one scam. It's part of a sprawling network of fraudsters who have perfected the art of deception. Stolen portfolios, fake employees, predatory contracts designed to trap victims into paying thousands for nothing. Who's behind this operation? How have they stayed ahead of the law? In this episode, we will explore the dark world of online scams and the people who run them, from fake agencies to fake record labels, to international shell companies. The trail of deceit spans continents. This is Web of Lies, the fake agency scam. In 2020, a group of small business owners in the UK reported being scammed by a web design agency that claimed to be based in London, but was actually operating from overseas. The agency, which called itself Design Gurus, advertised heavily on Facebook and Google, offering custom-built, professional websites for just £399. Victims included a florist, a gym owner, and a local cafe, all looking to go digital during the pandemic. Each paid the upfront fee, expecting high-quality websites. What they received were barely functional websites that were just rebranded templates, unfinished projects with absolutely no response from the agency when they tried to follow up. When victims began comparing notes, they discovered they all had nearly identical template designs. The agency had also stolen portfolio work from legitimate design firms in the US and Australia, passing it off as their own. On the surface, Design Gurus looked like any other modern agency. Its website was sleek, showcasing an impressive portfolio of high-end designs, supposedly built for clients in retail, hospitality, and e-commerce. Testimonials from happy customers painted the agency as nothing short of miraculous. A prestigious London address and local phone number added the final touch of credibility. Small business owners eager to get online wired upfront payments, trusting the agency's bold claims. They were told their custom websites would be ready within 2 weeks. Instead, what they received, if anything at all, were generic templates filled with placeholder text. Others got nothing. The phone number went silent. Emails bounced back. For those who demanded refunds, there was no reply. By the time victims realized what was happening, Design Gurus was gone. Their website was wiped clean. Social media accounts vanished overnight. The London address? It turned out to be a rented mailbox at a virtual office. And the team of developers showcased online? They didn't exist. Investigators uncovered Design Gurus was not a London-based agency at all. It was run out of Lahore, Pakistan. The portfolio of award-winning work had been stolen from real web design firms in the US and Australia. The testimonials? Fabricated, with photos lifted from LinkedIn and stock image databases. The scam was methodical and ruthless. Dozens of businesses were left out of pocket. Many had staked their survival on promises that were never real. The scale of the deception revealed something deeper. Design Gurus was not an isolated operation. It was part of a network, one of many fake web design agencies using identical tactics, rebranding and resurfacing under new names to evade detection. But these scammers don't stop at fake design agencies. They'll pose as anything: record labels, marketing firms, even charities, whatever it takes to reel in their next victim. Their tactics are ruthless, their disguise is convincing, and it's becoming clear that almost no one is safe. For independent artists, the dream of signing a record deal can feel like the ultimate breakthrough. That's exactly what Darius Kane, a rising hip-hop artist, thought he was getting when he received an unexpected email from a New York-based record label. They told him they had been following his music online and were impressed by his talent. They wanted to fly him to New York, sign him to their label, and make him a star. The offer seemed real. The label's website looked professional, complete with artist rosters, press releases, and photos of glamorous recording studios. The emails were polished, and the representative spoke with the kind of confidence you'd expect from a major industry player. They told me this was my big break, Darius later recalled. They said, "We believe in you. We want you in New York, and we'll cover everything. Your travel, your hotel, even a signing bonus." I thought I'd made it. The label sent over paperwork. A contract filled with legal jargon and promises of advances, royalties, and recording sessions. Along with it came a check for over $6,000 to cover Darius's travel expenses. All they needed was some personal information: his full name, address, phone number, bank details, and a copy of his ID. At first, it seemed like a dream come true. Before he could cash the check, the label claims there will be a processing fee to pay first before the check can be released. $500. The check they sent me didn't look quite right. The bank logo was off. I Googled the label's address, and it led to some random office building that didn't even have a studio. His gut told him to pause. Before cashing the check, Darius took it to his bank. That's when he got the truth. The check was fake. If he had deposited it, the funds would have bounced, leaving him on the hook for thousands in fees and potentially exposing his bank account to fraud. Worse, the scammers now had his personal information, which could have been used for identity theft. "I felt sick," Darius admitted. "They almost got me. I was already planning flights, already thinking about that meeting in New York. If I hadn't listened to my gut, I don't know what would have happened." Darius's story is a textbook example of an advance fee fraud. It's a scam that's been around for years, but has evolved to target musicians, freelancers, and creatives with promises of opportunity. Scammers pose as record labels, agencies, or industry professionals, promising contracts, bonuses, or major opportunities. They send fake checks that appear legitimate, claiming the money is for travel, equipment, or other expenses. Before the check can be released, victims are asked to pay a small processing fee up front. Once paid, the scammers disappear. The check bounces, leaving the victim with fees, lost money, and compromised bank information. By offering a big payout, the scammers make the victim feel like the deal is already done. So, what's a small fee compared to the opportunity of a lifetime? Darius walked away unscathed, but not everyone is so lucky. As we continued investigating, we found how this scam evolved, targeting not just musicians, but businesses, designers, and freelancers, anyone with something to lose. What we uncovered next was the story of a company that took the art of scamming to unprecedented heights. This wasn't just about stealing a few $1,000s or ripping off a handful of small businesses. This was an empire built entirely on lies. In 2015, Axact, a Pakistan-based company, was exposed as the mastermind behind a massive global fraud. On the surface, Axact appeared to be a legitimate IT firm, specializing in software development and web solutions. Its corporate offices were sleek, its branding polished, and its operations seemingly above board. But behind the scenes, they were running one of the largest fake degree scams the world has ever seen. The scam revolved around an elaborate network of fake universities, institutions that didn't exist outside the websites Axact created for them. These weren't hastily thrown together pages. They were sophisticated, professional, and designed to look indistinguishable from legitimate academic institutions. The websites featured faculty directories, glowing student testimonials, and even accreditation seals from made-up regulatory organizations. All of it bogus. Victims were drawn in by slick advertising campaigns and promises of fast-tracked degrees. Axact claimed to offer everything from high school diplomas to PhDs. No coursework, no tests, no hassle. All it took was money. Victims included job seekers, professionals hoping to advance their careers, and even desperate parents trying to secure better futures for their children. They paid thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, believing they were receiving legitimate academic credentials. But what they got were worthless pieces of paper, degrees and transcripts with no value, no accreditation, and no recognition anywhere in the world. One victim, a teacher from the Middle East, paid over $20,000 for a PhD in education from a fake university. When he tried to use it to secure a promotion, his employer discovered the truth, and he not only lost the opportunity, but faced public humiliation. The scam unraveled when investigative journalists from the New York Times exposed Axact in 2015. The report revealed the company's sprawling network of fake universities, bogus accreditation bodies, and high-pressure sales tactics. Victims from over 100 countries had been defrauded, and Axact had raked in millions. Pakistani authorities quickly moved in, raiding Axact's offices and arresting its CEO, Shoaib Ahmed Shaikh. During the raids, investigators discovered stockpiles of fake degrees, detailed playbooks for scamming victims, and massive financial records showing how deep the operation ran. The scandal showed how scammers can weaponize trust, ambition, and the vast anonymity of the internet to build empires of deception. The tactics they used weren't isolated to one company or even one country. They are part of a larger playbook that's being refined and repeated across the globe. For victims, the consequences are devastating: financial ruin, shattered dreams, and the lingering doubt of how they could have been fooled. But the real danger lies in how easily these scams continue to evolve, using new tricks and technologies to stay ahead of even the savviest individuals. So, how do we fight back? How do we protect ourselves in a digital world where the line between real and fake is increasingly blurred? In the final chapter, we'll arm you with the knowledge to spot these scams before they ensnare you. The Axact scandal, the fake record label scheme, and countless others like them share one thing in common: they thrive on trust. Scammers are masters of manipulation, crafting illusions so convincing that even the most cautious among us can fall victim. But knowledge is power, and by understanding their tactics, you can protect yourself and your business. Here's how to stay one step ahead of the fraudsters. Scammers rely on urgency and excitement to cloud your judgment. Promises of massive discounts, guaranteed results, or exclusive opportunities are their most common bait. Ask yourself, why would a legitimate company or agency offer services far below market rates? If it seems too good to be true, it almost always is. Before engaging with any company, take time to verify their legitimacy. Check their online presence for inconsistencies in their website, social media, and contact information. Use tools like Google Reverse Image Search to ensure the work they claim is theirs hasn't been stolen from another company. Look for reviews. Real companies leave behind footprints in the form of client feedback, forum discussions, and public records. A lack of these could be a red flag. Legitimate businesses often structure payments around deliverables or milestones, not large upfront fees. If a company demands the entire fee before starting work, proceed with caution. Always negotiate partial payments tied to specific project milestones to ensure you're only paying for work that's completed. A common hallmark of scams is fake or unverifiable contact information. Run a search on their address to see if it's a virtual office or non-existent building. Call their phone number to ensure it's legitimate. If it redirects to a foreign country or consistently goes unanswered, proceed carefully. Scammers often fabricate glowing reviews and create fake team profiles. Use tools like LinkedIn to verify the existence of employees. Reach out to testimonial clients if possible to confirm their authenticity. If something about their feedback feels scripted or overly generic, it might be fabricated. Scammers use urgency to push victims into making snap decisions. If someone pressures you to act immediately, whether it's signing a contract, sending money, or providing personal information, step back and take time to investigate. Legitimate businesses will respect your due diligence. Never share sensitive information, such as your social security number, bank details, or ID, without verifying the company's legitimacy. Scammers often use this data for identity theft or further exploitation. To ensure additional protection, avoid wire transfers or payment methods that are difficult to trace or reverse. Opt for credit cards or trusted payment platforms that offer buyer protection. If a company insists on less secure methods, consider it a red flag. If something feels off, trust your instincts. Subtle inconsistencies, overly pushy behavior, or an over-polished presentation without substance are signs to dig deeper or walk away entirely. If you encounter a scam, report it to your local authorities, online platforms, and organizations like the Better Business Bureau or Consumer Protection Agency. Sharing your experience can help prevent others from falling victim. In a world where deception is becoming more sophisticated, vigilance is your greatest defense. Scammers thrive on trust and naivety, but they rely on their victims overlooking the details. By staying informed, asking the right questions, and taking your time, you can ensure you don't become another statistic in their growing empire of fraud. Fraudsters may evolve, but so can we, armed with knowledge, caution, and the confidence to stand against the lies. The web of lies these scammers weave is vast, but it's not unbreakable. With every victim who speaks out, every individual who refuses to be duped, and every scam exposed, their grip weakens. Together, we can turn the tide and ensure the internet remains a space for innovation, not exploitation. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, let us know by hitting the like button, sharing it with others, and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us create more content like this. Here at WebGeniusHQ, we're experimenting with different video styles and content ideas to keep things fresh and engaging for you. Whether it's exposing scams, breaking down digital strategies, or sharing tips to improve your online presence, we're always looking to bring you something valuable. And if you're tired of wondering who you can trust when it comes to building your website, look no further. At WebGeniusHQ, we offer professional, transparent, and results-driven web design services. No scams, no empty promises, just custom solutions tailored to your business needs. Head over to WebGeniusHQ.com to learn more about what we do and how we can help take your online presence to the next level. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.